It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see Bryce Young. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Panthers and the Titans, and it's all up next.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start on the ground with Spears. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. But Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Titans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Levis back to throw. That's to the tight end, Wiley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Levis out of the shotgun now. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? But if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Let's go now. Yellow, line it. Back it. Cut.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Titans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line. That's the end of the
We're scoreless after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. It's Young off play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Ready?
Young will set to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Young. Flushed out right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Panthers at 9-1 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. To throw, Young. And he fires one, but incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
To the air once more, Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Hayden Hurst laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Levis.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check pink. Set, go.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stay calm, stay within himself, just let it happen.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Giovanni Ricci.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. Oh, that'll be incomplete. They took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points. I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Wait. Ready?
Now a 1st down throw for Young. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Final play of the half, Young. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst as time expires in the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead on the final play of the half. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start in the NFC, a division matchup pitting New Orleans against Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Desmond Ridder with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, terrific in the win, as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. and they have the lead over the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to halftime. The Colts locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half, and for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now here's Young. He's got Mingo. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Mingo, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, go Fury. Ready, ready.
They start on the ground here at Sanders.
And he'll get this to the 32.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Ready.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Set.
The play fake. Now Young. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Let's go. Sharp. Cut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. Hayden Hurst, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Panthers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
Titans nothing.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time?
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And Henry gets the call there on 1st down as he pushes his way forward, a pickup of about 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Levis on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Hopkins.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
DeAndre Hopkins. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Henry is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Folks' kick is good.
And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out
on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Okay, ready?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hut.
Young off the play fake. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Young now. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Ready.
Young looks to throw on first down. Again, that's Hurst. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more to first.
First down, Carolina.
Blue striker.
Throwing, Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Piniero's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. First and 10, it's Levis. Under pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
At the 19-yard line.
Levis to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. First down, Young. And that is taken in by Hurst. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 1st down, Levis. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Levis. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to let it fly.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
He was defended by Frankie Louvu.
Here's Levis. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.